Wait! There he goes. Looks like he's gone for good this time. No way to know if anyone else made it out alive. But this place is going to be swarming with Imperials soon enough. Better clear out of here.
I just
My
want you
sister,
to
Gerda, runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. I'm sure she'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
yeah. So I just want you to have a quick look at this building over in this direction. Okay, that is going to come in handy in a minute. And I'm not going to spoil why, but in a minute you'll see. So I'm going to be heading for Riverwood like that guy just told me to. Riverwood is here. Okay, I'm here, and Riverwood is here, so I'm just going to keep heading along this road.
You know, you should go to Windhelm and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the truth of the Empire here today. If anyone the coming of the dragon means, it's over.
And you can also see on the pathways and that they've got like these little signs, which I think are a nice little touch. On the way to Riverwood, you need to make
Bleak
sure.
Falls, Barrows. I never understood how my sister could stand living in the shadow of that place.
Make sure that you come to this stone structure here, because this is actually very useful. These are called Guardian Stones, and what Guardian Stones do is, you know those magic attributes I was talking about in here? Well, these Guardian Stones, they give you them, and they're positioned all around Skyrim. So if we just have a look, the Thief Stone gives you stealth skills 20% faster, so that's like sneak, lockpicking, pickpocketing, that sort of thing. The Mage one, magic skills, that would be healing, conjuration, destruction, anything like that.
These
Not
are
sure.
the Guardian Stones.
The Warrior Stone, combat skills, so one-handed, two-handed archery, anything like that basically will just go up 20% faster. So I'm actually going to take this one. I usually choose the Mage Stone, but I'm actually going to choose the Warrior Stone for now. But later on I'll be switching to the Steed Stone, which is just south of Solitude. And basically what that does is that gives you an extra 100 carry weight, and that becomes very useful, especially when you level up the thief skill of pickpocketing, which gives you deeper pockets, which is another 100 carry weight. So you start off with about 300 carry weight, and instantly you've got 500 carry weight.
3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's.
So basically, yeah, those are the stones, and I'll let you work out which ones will benefit your character. So if you choose the High Elf or the Dark Elf or the whatever, you'd probably want to be choosing the Mage Stone. That would probably be more useful to you. Unless of course you want to use High Elf and you want to level up archery really quickly, and then you would want the Warrior Stone. I just heard wolves, so oh, there we go. Archery increased. See, already after choosing the Warrior Stone, my archery has gone up, and that only literally just went up inside of the Helgen keep when we were running away. Just to take note of what I was on about, that carry weight is in here. Now down at the bottom right you'll see I have 138 carry weight out of 300. It also tells you your armor rating. Now your armor rating is based on the stats of each individual armor, so this armor has 27 armor rating, it weighs 35, so that actually contributes to the carry weight. 11 again, and 19. Now you'll also see that I've got a cloak equipped here, but you probably won't have that option in the game, as that's a mod that I've installed called Skyrim Cloaks. Sorry, just making sure I was going the right way. It's quite easy to get lost sometimes when you're not exactly paying attention to where you're walking. And this is Riverwood. I love the music in this town, especially when you first walk in. It's great.
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrow.
Dragons now, is it?
Nobody
Please,
here
Mother.
knows what happened.
If you keep on like
Come on.
this, everyone in town will
Gerd
think
is
you're crazy.
probably working in her lumber
And I've
mill.
got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies.
You'll see. It was a dragon. It'll kill us all.
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood. I see. The grindstone will improve if you've got the raw materials. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead.
So basically, I'm gonna quickly explain blacksmithing. And blacksmithing has its own branch on the pack tree. Blacksmithing is probably one of the best things that you can level up early on in the game. Ah, there we go, smithing. Okay, so the first one that you can get is steelsmithing, and you only need to be level 15 to unlock that. I'm not actually going to unlock that yet because most of these other armors, such as dwarven armor and elven armor, glass armor, ebony armor, dragon armor, daedric armor, you can't get any of this stuff till later on in the game, probably when you're about level 20 or above. So, you know, you don't have to actually work on smithing that early in the game very extensively. If you do that, it becomes very difficult because blacksmithing levels up your overall level very quickly. And if you're leveling up and buying the perks for for smithing, and you're not actually putting them on armors and weapons, then you're going to have trouble killing enemies, any enemies, even easy ones such as wolves. If you are a higher level, the wolves will do more damage, and you're not going to do as much damage back to the wolves because you haven't leveled up your one-handed or archery or anything like that. So basically, here's how it works. This big forge thingy basically crafts all the weapons and armors. Okay, so he asked me to make an iron dagger, so it's obviously going to be an iron.
Not bad. Reminds me when I first started smithing.
Talk to him
What
again, give him the
Not bad,
dagger.
but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? What
Yeah.
is it? Need a bit of metal and the grindstone.
This is the grindstone. The grindstone basically it gives you an extra. Right, just for example,
What are you doing
this
here?
is a damage of 4 at the moment, but
I'll
if
be
you
right down.
use this, you can get a damage level of 5. So, yep.
You looking for a new iron or steel? This looks good. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
Okay, so this is the tanning rack. Basically, all the wolf pelts and whatever you collect off of wild animals will come here. You see, he probably gave me 1 or 2 leather, but I've already got some. So I'm just gonna do it all actually, because why not? Make a few leather strips.
Are you the sneaky type? Ah, let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you
So
need.
he wants me to make armor, so back to the forge, make a hide helmet.
Yes? Huh. Let's improve the fit.
And
Take this leather
basically,
to the workbench
like you
over there.
improved the weapons with the grindstone, to improve the armor, you use the
Need something?
workbench. And down at the bottom you can see that it says requires leather, and in the bracket it says telling you how much leather you have, not how much it takes, so it only takes 1 leather. And I want to improve the hide helmet, so I'm going to improve that. And as you see again, it goes from 11 to 12, so it's only really an increase of 1 or 2 to start off with, but when your smithing level increases it becomes more each time, and you can actually have drastic improvements to your heavy armor and light armors, such as like a stat of 10, which is very beneficial, especially when you're jumping from like an armor rating that has 160 to an armor rating that has nearly 200 just by improving each piece of armor.
You looking for it? You have talent. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh? Good day.
I was in the middle of using the grindstone when he was telling me which thingy to use, so I'm going to turn that off. That's DLC that I got. So who am I talking to in Riverwood? Gerda, which is not you.
Days ago now. We stopped in Helgen this morning. I thought it was all over. Had us lined up to the headsman's block and ready to start chopping.
The cowards.
They wouldn't dare give Ulfric a fair trial. Treason for fighting for your own people. All of Skyrim would have seen the truth then. But then, out of nowhere, a dragon attacked.
You don't mean live?
I can hardly believe it myself. And I was there. As strange as it sounds, we'd be dead if not for that dragon. In the confusion, we managed to slip away. Are we really the first to make it to Riverwood?
Nobody else has come up the south road today, as far as I know.
Good. Maybe we can lay up for a while. I hate to put your family in danger.
Nonsense. You and your friend are welcome to stay here as long as you need. Let me worry about the Imperials. Any friend of Raylov's is a friend of mine. Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
Okay, so they're basically just offering assistance, and you can actually take all of this stuff. Mainly the potions of help. The Ring of Stamina is actually not a bad one. And you know, why not just take everything else? You can either use it or just sell it, or, you know, why not?
There is something you could do for me. For the Jarl needs to know. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun
Thanks,
to
sister.
send whatever troops he
I
can.
knew we could count on you.
If you'll do that for me, I ought to get back to work before I miss.
Yep, so basically they've offered their help to me, and basically all they want me to do is go to Whiterun.
You lost.
And go to Whiterun and tell the Jarl that there's been a dragon sighting, and come and offer aid to Riverwood. I mean, why not? So I'm gonna head this way to Whiterun. Oh, actually, just quickly.
Did I see you talk?
I asked you to remember that construct up in the mountains, and Rayloff told you that it was called Bleak Falls. There's a question
Well,
here.
one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that. I don't know what you... yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls, Barrows,
So
northeast
this is your
of town.
plan?
Yes. So now you don't have...
Okay, so that's why I told you to remember Bleak Falls Barrow, because that guy, he's the shop owner there. You can just buy and sell things from him. Only small, very unimportant things, but it's always useful if other merchants have run out of money or whatever. Because merchants are limited to about £700 at the moment. Sorry, not pounds, gold. But anyway, yeah. So we're going to Whiterun to inform the Jarl of the dragon sighting. One thing I love about Skyrim is the environment. I mean, the sky always looks pretty realistic. The water is pretty cool, and you can see the fish jumping out of it. Just like that. You know, you can pretty much loot any of the, well, not any, but most of the flowers and things, and you can, they're actually usable to craft potions and stuff. It's a very depth game. Okay, so we're almost back here. Whiterun is actually the other way. Oops. Many hours I've played this game and I make a mistake like that. But yeah, as I was saying, things like this, like a thistle you can take, and they'll grow back eventually. But, I mean, yeah. So another thing, if you're like me and you keep running out of stamina, you can just use your stamina up. And then just wait an hour. It's not actually an hour, it takes like a split second. And then just keep doing this. It's a lot quicker than waiting for your stamina to regenerate. And I think basically the only thing this game's missing in terms of controls is the ability to jump roll. It would actually become very, very handy. Just so you know, letting wolves and things attack you will put up your armor stat. Whether, depending on whether you're wearing heavy armor, light armor, or both, as to how quickly it goes up. But it also might make you contract a disease like rock joint, which basically cuts your stamina in half. Yeah, I'm really not doing good at this finding what's it today. In fact, I'm actually going to go to Bleak Falls Barrows first, and then I'm going to travel to Whiterun, although you really should do it the other way around. But seeing as I'm already heading this way anyway. I mean, just look how much longer it takes waiting for your stamina to regenerate. It just takes forever. And be careful up here, because in this building up here there's bandits. And they will attack you if you try and go in there. Okay, so these were the bandits I was talking about. And I'm just gonna basically loot as much as I can off of them. I leveled up, okay. So just quickly, when you level up, yeah, you can choose to upgrade Magicka, health, or stamina, and down at the bottom here you'll see you've got 100 out of 100 Magicka. Well, you would if you haven't been damaged have 100 health as well, and 100 stamina. Stamina helps increase your carry weight. Health obviously increases your health, the amount of damage that you can take, and Magicka just basically some certain spells need well over 100 Magicka in order for you to use them. So, seeing as I don't really have any high-leveled spells at the moment and I'm not really using Magicka, I'm not going to upgrade Magicka. Health's not a problem at the moment. Only when you start to get killed really easily should you really start working on health, but I work on stamina at least 5 times before putting up health, and I literally go in the order: stamina, health, Magicka. Although if you're a mage, you'd probably want to do it the other way around, working on stamina and health, seeing as your spells are going to be slowing down the enemy and lowering their health at the same time, so you don't really need that much stamina, but you need to focus more on magicka, so you can keep the spells just coming and coming, as well as being able to heal yourself as well, because mages are quite susceptible to damage from melee attacks, and they're more long distance magic users. So I'm going to level up stamina, and you can see now it goes to 110. Right up the top it says I've got 1 perk to increase, and what that basically means is any of these ones here, I can put a point on one of these glowing spots. Now you see, you can't just go and skip novice locks and go to apprentice. You have to go in order. You can only go from one glowing spot to the next, and you'll see each one of them requires a certain level. If you see, I'll go from, this one has a level of 25, this one has a level of 40, and this one has a level of 50, but they each have different abilities. So say I wanted to upgrade archery. No, actually I'll go one-handed. One-handed's easier. This basically just adds 20 more damage. Now you can upgrade that 5 times, so the ending result will be one-handed weapons do 100% more damage, which means it basically does double the damage. But this is a must-have perk, quite honestly, especially if you're going to be a daggers user, and I highly recommend using daggers if you're a thief, or if you are Breton and you want to do one-handed. Daggers are probably the fastest way of getting your one-handed up, because with daggers you can do, well, obviously you're going to have one in each hand, so you're attacking twice the amount, and also daggers attack faster, so, and also, despite you having a dagger in each hand, both of them count as one-handed. It's not actually two-handed. Two-handed weapons are things like warhammers, battle axes, things like that. But obviously, so if I buy this one, yep, and now I can go and buy this one when I reach level 20. Or, alternatively, I can buy this one again, and I will have 40% more damage on my one-handed. I'm actually going to get my daggers out now. Because I actually want to level up my daggers a little bit. I'm actually going to take the hunting bow. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it. My longbow that I've got is better. There's not a lot of loot here, to be honest, but the enemies weren't necessarily that strong. Usually in one of these you'll find a chief bandit or whatever, and they're usually significantly stronger than the other bandits that are there. See, daggers are actually quite good. You mean you can just repeatedly attack them without draining much stamina at all, really. I don't need any of that. It's not worth it for the weight that it has. I think that was just a hawk. And there we go, some gold. If you were a Imperial, that 48 gold would have been more, probably like 100 gold. Imperial's money gain was actually quite impressive eventually. Anyway, moving on, because we're nearly at Bleak Falls Barrows now. Although, remember, I should have gone to Whiterun first, because another quest in Whiterun, which makes you need to come back here. And we are at Bleak Falls Barrow. So I'm actually going to cut the video off here and do a separate video on Bleak Falls Barrow. Thank you very much, guys.